TitleMatchNetwork.com.
And we're bringing you some of the best in women's wrestling.
Now you have Ricki, who's doing her best to be better, be stronger. And then you have Dani, who is the lost angel, if that's enough for me to say.
Well, Dani Jacx comes from, kind of the Virginia area, has been in places like Victory Championship Wrestling, really trying to make her name for herself against battles with women and men. Also some appearances at, Pro Wrestling King, Mega Championship Wrestling. So she's kind of been up and down the Midwest just a little bit with only about 3 years experience underneath her belt. But we know that how hungry Ricki Morris wants to be, especially in Divine. I mean, once again, she's in singles action because her tag team partner, Leela Hall, where a lot of people have kind of had their eye on right now, can't join her in tag team action with the Social Crash Outs. So we have Ricki Morris, who's hungrier than ever in one-on-one action, and she wants to prove her worth for the Divine audience.
And as you said, it's kind of an opening for Ricki. She's been in tag team action, she's been in solos action, but now that, not saying it's a bad thing that Leela's doing her own thing, but it could be a good thing that Ricki is getting a little bit of solo time in the Divine roster.
I mean, Divine roster is becoming more and more impressive the more shows we put out, especially here, and the energy in Uplift in Ann Arbor, and concentrating now on Dani on that arm. And we know Ricki Morris, no stranger to making a lot of submission holds, which when you talk about women's wrestling, you don't see a lot of women wrestling submission holds. So Ricki using kind of those athletics and using, concentrating on the arm as another arm drag we see from Ricki is doing the work throughout this match.
Right, and, with Ricki having the more focused, the more submission-based time with this, it seems like...
Only a 2 count from Porter.
Dani being a little bit more of a fighter, a little bit more of a hand-to-hand kind of person, there is a chance that Dani could shut that down.
Ooh.
As I said, there is a chance she could shut that down with the fast strikes that she can attain.
Dani Jacx is trying to make a name for herself. A lot of women want to make a name for themselves, and Ricki, who is seemed almost like a day oneer here in Divine, definitely is kind of almost the standard of sorts when it comes to Divine Pro.
And I guess in a way of thinking about it, Divine does allow anyone here, any women that wants to come in and step in the ring in a Divine match, if you can prove yourself, you can. This is Dani's debut. This is not only Dani's time to maybe take out one of the mainstays of Divine, but also cement herself in this roster and in the race for the Divine Pro Championship.
As Dani Jacx raining down on Ricki, as you've been saying, those hard strikes from the what was it, the Dark Angel we heard? The
Lost Angel.
Oh, excuse me, yes, there you go. But here we go, Ricki fighting back. The scrappiness of Ricki Morris. It's the best.
That's what we need to see in this match.
That's the best way that you can describe Ricki. It's just incredibly scrappy. She knows how to fight. She's done those doubles at Denny's. She's ready for a fight no matter what with that high knee. 2 count. Almost a 3 count from referee Porter.
See, we were talking about the technical side of Ricki Morris, but Ricki Morris at heart is the one that's fighting at 3 a.m. in the Denny's parking lot because somebody accidentally overcharged her for her absolute grand slam. Right. So listen, she knows how to fight.
She's on 12 hours lack of sleep and someone is trying to shortchange her. Not in this economy.
That Uplift crowd rallying behind Ricki Morris.
And I love the design in the background. Can we give a shout out to Uplift? Really making this a home for us.
Truly a vibe, if you will. It's a vibe.
Big old vibe here.
Well, that wasn't a vibe.
I don't think Dani Jacx caught Ricki in mid-move on the hair. Kind of used her momentum against him to smash into the corner. And now, once again, Dani Jacx on the attack.
See, Dani Jacx does have that, edge to her. Both of them have that fighter edge, the ones that would do what others wouldn't do to get on top in the battle, the ones that would cut a few corners if it means a win. But the thing is, you have two bulls clashing in this match. They have technical skills. They have skills of a brawler, but you know what? It's all about who can do it first and who can efficiently get their opponent cemented for 3 seconds.
An attempt, but only a 2 count once again. Ricki knowing where she is in the ring, and you know, both women are hungrier than ever. Ricki wants to prove to herself that she can hang with the best here in Divine, while her tag partner, Leela Hall, is off at other companies, maybe possibly getting more opportunities, and she feels like she's being forgotten. Dani Jacx wants to make a name for herself in a brand new company, and a nice TKO there, going from the fireman's carry into swinging to a neck breaker that can spell the end for this match, and it almost was with a 2 count. Dani Jacx wants to make and prove that she can hang with anybody and make a statement in Sapphire Series 2.
And you know, again, it's about making your mark. It's about having that stamp. It's about, hey, can I win on my debut match and have this management look at me and decide I deserve further opportunity. And you know what? Beating Ricki Morris would again send Dani straight into that position.
Dani Jacx eyeing up Ricki, trying to go for a big boot there. Here we go. Roll up opportunity, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And now Ricki into the center of the ring. Crossing over the legs. Got a sharp shooter. Wait, no.
Wait a second.
Very nice. Surfboard submission, grabbing the legs, grabbing the arms, wrenching back, and going for a submission win.
And your winner, Ricki Morris.
Ricki Morris. This is probably the biggest win to date for Ricki Morris here in Divine, making a statement for everybody with a submission victory.
And you know, as we said, those two competitors had that duality to them of being able to become a technician and then know when to turn up the volume and put on a hell of a fight. Ricki Morris just displayed that here at Divine Pro.
MJ Santana, Carter Kaufman. That is 3 women now that I have beaten. When's it gonna finally be about me? No, back on here. I've been in bar fights. I've bloodied up women. I've slammed broads. Hell, I came here to slam broads. October 10th, season of the witch. I'm gonna show y'all high-class white trash. Are we watching now?
TitleMatchNetwork.com